Welcome. This is Grammy Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us laugh, makes us smile. Hence, we say the crimson light is life. So, the crimson light is our journey to actualizing self love. Of course, the word crimson light derived from two volumes of my journey to actualizing self love. But it's a general function for most of us getting on this journey. It's just that we relate to it in different terms and words, but I believe it is all the same. It's all about love. Okay. All right. So, I'd like to, of course, take the opportunity to put this up as often as possible, hoping that, as we go along, we memorize this and it becomes like really imprinted in our mental templates, and we can just work out words and know what we are choosing, where we are filing words, how we are using words, numbers, and really, of course, everything is pure in its sense, but it's really our consciousness and how we relate, the energy that we apply to what we are doing, the energy that we can identify with. And those are the things that are really important for us to get onto the bridge of actualizing self love. So, the bridge, of course, is the place where we stand on and we look back. It's really like the position of five on this journey here. So, we get onto that new place and we look left and we look right, and then we decide, do we cross over or do we go back? Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. And that's what a lot of us love to do, especially on sightseeing. So if you went to on London Bridge or Tower Bridge, of course, Tower Bridge is quite popular for that. You know, um, you just stand again, across the river, look, and of course, talk of river. That's where we have Revelation. I'll stick this there just for now. Revelation, water. What else did we have? That's quite reflective. It's gonna come. Of course, it must come. Okay, so we had Revelation. Reve. And remember, Eve is in everything. Here we have Eve. Front row. Okay. Revel. Revel. I used to love that shoes that shoe make Revels. I don't know what became of them, of course. Okay. Revel. Or is there also a cosmetic of Revlon? Okay, that might be Revlon. Okay. Revelation. Tion. Okay, so we have Revelation. I'm going to put this up now. I'm learning. Okay, and water. Let's take water. In contrast, we've got blue for water. Of course, water is calm until it gets angry, like Hurricane Thomas. Oh, okay. TER. So we've talked about water being of five letters. It's really interesting. So in the sense of five, the number five, it kind of has this element of putting us in a new dimension, in a new state of being, in a newness, because that's what water does. Oh, nothing like a lovely shower, or that you just soak in the bath, or you are in the ocean. Or even when you're able to jump into the river. Water does that. It really just makes you alive. Okay, so, and remember what I said a while ago as well. I say a while ago because I'm just recording. Of course, you may not be getting these in sequence or following them in sequence, but in fact, I've just spoken about the fact that when W and R gets together, they have these two. They have there is a secret combination between five and, I think I've got it, five and nine. Because what happens is, of course, Because I've got it. Of course, I've got it. Because 5 is here in this new position, in the new on the bridge. 4 is on either sides. I knew there was something really amazing about this couple, and they seem to sort of be in perfect balance. It reminds me of that story about the man. I mean, I spoke about him in a presentation with presents, and over Christmas or New Year, and he was talking about how he had 2 wives. Of course, he would have been in the middle, and he had a wife on each arm, so to speak, left and right. Hmm. So this is really like this couple here, 5 and 9. Okay, so 5 and 9. Why I say 5 and 9? Of course, if we were, I hadn't clarified that, have I? Really? So 9, and let's take away 5. We're not taking away, we're just repositioning. So that would be 4. Now, the other thing that came to 4 was really what I was adding. I just did that. Amazing how things just synchronize when you in flow. Okay, when you are in the water. Okay, it seemed like we only have to use the word water and everything seemed to go in flow because, well, we don't know because I mean, I went onto this ride, that water ride I just came from with water, trying to do presentations on water. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Trying to do presentations on water is not easy, especially if you don't know the depth of the water, and sometimes it's best not to. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, let's pause on water for now, especially if you can't keep afloat. All right, so that's what I mean. So what I did, what I felt, I had the inclination to do. I thought, oh, I've been adding all these numerical values here, and I got 369, 369, 369, which coincide. I think it's Nikola Tesla who says if we can find the secret to 369, all our troubles would be over. Of course, I believe there are people who know the secret to 369, but would they really let us on? Would they really tell us? Because it would mean that perhaps everything would have to be turned upside down on its nose. Well, and if you know, a crushed nose might not really be the nicest thing. Okay, so there we go. So I thought, all right, I hadn't had the numerical values going that way of each letter. And although, now that's an amazing thing, it's just occurred to me. Perhaps it doesn't make any difference. I was going to say, although I have changed the position of some of these letters, now I realize it doesn't really matter because they're all on the same numerical value. So, but I got 999. 999 actually is not the emergency code for London. Yes, 999. If it hasn't changed, because I've been like in another world sometimes. Okay, so 999 it has been, and we were doing something some time ago that we got 911, which I think it's America's. Now, I think I'm going to add this up. Would it make sense? I was going to say, I was just trying to get that 911, but it's going to show up. It will. Okay, so we've got this. So it's really like refamiliarizing ourselves with this. Um, let's put this here. Well, of course, I don't know if there's a reason that I've got this in green, 8 and 7, 7 and 8, which comes to 15, which is number 6. Well, suppose it has some kind of significance somewhere, but that will show up because, as I say, nothing happens by chance. You know, there's always a reason for something. So let's get to this. I've just insert this into my new board. Of course, my old board had all of this. Now we did have another old television. I knew it would come. It always does. just have to send the order out like it was a menu. So T-E, okay, I think green will do. Levition, television. It's okay. They've been playing with the T's, why can't we? Okay, but we know that the word television derives from that. Okay, so there we go. And if we were to add the numerical construct of television, television. Okay, so we have okay, let's just do the easy way. I've done this before, so this is 22 here, and we have 9 and 4, 14, 19, 22, 27, 28, 29. So that's 29 is 1 1. 1 1. What was I just? Oh, you don't see this. I was just talking about 9 1. So 22. Ah, 22. I was getting a little bit here. So 22 and 11 is 33. That's what. Can you imagine? We are not being taught to regard ourselves as 33 as in Genesis, which we are of genes, that our genes is our vehicle that takes us and from wherever we are going and generation to generation. We are not being taught that, but here we are looking at the metal screen of genes that is supposed to reflect our genes. Okay, so we have 22 plus 11, that's 33. 3 and 3 is 6. So now we know. Now, if it were the S, it would be interesting to know if it was S. How would that happen? Let's just use this side because I'm not ready to release this. Let's just do hair. So Televi, television. Okay, so we'll do looking for the easiest ways. So that's 10, 5 and 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20. This is 20, 8 and 8, sorry, 9 and 9, 18, and 18, 19, 20, 24, and 5, 29. 29. So that's 49. Hmm. 4 and 9, 12, 13. Now, we see television here comes with revelation, directly in direct correspondence with revelation. What are we not being told? So instead of looking for the revelation within ourselves, within the West, where we go to sleep, to lay on our beds and meditate, where we meet with the Father who is also for, where we are taught the Our Father who art in heaven, number one. So we are given this television, shouldn't say given because we pay we pay dearly for it, the license, of course. And it's as if you have to be qualified to get a license to be watching a representation of what is supposed to be revealing. Now remember, oh my, it's no escaping from that bee. I suppose that's what a bee does. It buzzes around you even when you are not expecting it. And that is what is happening with this number 13 staring at me in the eyes. Even if it's on my peripheral vision, I could see. This is 13. So remember, this is the bee. This is the bee. So we see that we are back to that very same. That's why I see the evidence or the importance. That's the word. The importance of forgiving your enemies. Because you'll forever be angry. You could be angry for her to eternity. And you'll be the one with all these ugly stains and marks and whatever within you through that water going by this doctor. I would love to remember his name now, with the experiments that if you bless the water, if you talk nice to the water, and you drink that water, obviously we've seen how the nice flowers of the tree of life or flower of life is formed. And if you were to say horrible things to the water, water is life. It will react. It will show you its ugly side. Yes, it would. So, hence, I am being very conscious and mindful to try and permeate my senses enough just to keep me balanced. Because not forgetting that to communicate with anyone, once there is that agreement or communication come in union, you have to have a common factor. So perhaps I need just a weeny, teeny, tiny little bit of ugliness to be able to find a way to make my presence felt with the control freaks. Okay, well, I have a lot to really ponder on in that respect. But of course, with water, water is soothing. So I go under the shower and I have good communication with water. I go under the shower and I can hear angels singing under the water. I go under the shower and I am anew under the shower. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Now, again, we've been conscious to keeping these as short or just watchable. It's already 17 minutes. I'm hoping time will come and I'll be able to do this like in 3 minutes. That three. Of course, why not? Three. Three is we have to start using this three in positive ways. Three is loose. It's creative. It's artistic. It's flowy. It's sexy. So free is. Free just is. But when you put that cap on there, because of her fluidity and all of that, you don't know what's in there in that free dome. Okay, so we see how television. So we got, no matter how we look at it, it's got some degree of impact on us. So first of all, it's here because it derives from revelation. It is revelation because if you just say the word, you would be connecting to this anyway. Or if you see the word or know and you have become conscious that revelation is really spelled with SION and not TION, you would be hitting. And is it any wonder they've changed that, the T to an S? Is it any wonder? So when the bar is over, so you have SION. Because, okay, SI, so that is 9 and that is 1. 1 and 9 is 10. It will come. It always does. Okay. All right. But the fact is, we have that bee. That bee is there buzzing around in that 13, that number 13. And that is where people are rushing to buy the television on what is called Black Friday. Isn't it what is usually sold in your shops? They're ready to give it to you free on the 13th. And of course, a Friday, I think, is number 9. Uh, uh, uh. Let's just do that. I know the time is there, but let's just, you know, ah, these are fingers, fingers. We've got to do fingers. I haven't forgotten. I haven't. Yes, but Friday, FRI. Of course, I know Friday is 9, but I just really want to check that with you. So there we will with 5 and 9. Now we have 4, which is 13, 1 and 3, 4. But we know there is so much more to that B, because with that B, you can stick a 3 and L in here. I've done this before. You can stick the numerical value of L in here. You can stick another L upside down. You can also put an E here, which already that is 6 and 5. That's 11 in there. And also you could have this W, which is 5. That is 11 and 5. That's 17. So 1 and 7 is 8. So already there is 8 in there. Now you can stick the U's, the separate U's, 8, we have said, 8, and the separate U's of 6. So we add 6 and 8. That is 14. There we go again. 1 and 5, 1 and 4 is 5. So already we can see how you are going around in circles in that B. You go to the 13, you go to the 4, you go to the 5, you go to the 6, and you go to the 8. You go to the 8. Then you have a 6, you gain a 6, but you've turned now to 14, which is 5. So, of course, you have the mark for 5. But I'm sure there are other words or letters. Of course, you could put an I in there again, an I. So 5, so 9 and 4 is 12, 13. So we are back to 13. We are back to this, which now then looks like a 2 because it comes under the 2. It comes, the B is a 2 column. So we can see how you can have in that tube B, the tube. This is really where the bees put all their honey. So we don't know the full construct of what goes on in there. And then they put, of course, the bar is over, so how could we know? And if you did know, because you have gone, you have done all the circles inside, you are lost. Even if you had a chance to go to the new dimension on number 5, even if on one occasion we saw you could go to number 6, but you could get hunted by a fox. Well, not by a fox because you're a fox. You could get hunted by some greater power. Could do. But it is important. I believe there is a way out of this. Because if there's a way in, after all, there must be a way out. Because where there is in, there must be out. One does not exist without the other. Okay, so I'll leave you with this. But we see how television has been playing a big role, serving as the water that we ought to be looking at that reflects ourselves. So there we go. It reminds me, I wrote a poem about water, God and water. And now I am seeing, yes, I think that would be very nice to have this poem, of course. God reflected in the water. Okay, wonderful. So if you like this presentation, remember to click the like button and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-full love. In the meantime, stay blessed, stay bright, and stay ignited. Namaste. Spill over with love.